Hello, ladies and men, and my non-binary friends. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Rizzo, and today we are playing some more Stardew Valley, and we are discussing the Hollow Moon theory. So we're going to do a few things today. I have enough for the new backpack, so we are going to go buy that. I'm also going to collect some supplies, see if we can get closer to getting a chicken coop. I also need to clear out a spot for said chicken coop, which I think I'm going to put it back here, maybe in this spot. I'm not sure. I think right here. I like it right here. Alrighty, so today's conspiracy theory is the Hollow Moon theory, and today the Hollow Moon theory is one of those ones that I kind of believe. I'm not sure. I'm on the fence about it a little bit, but I'm kind of leaning towards believing it for when you really look at the evidence. And also, we all know that aliens exist, so like I wouldn't put it past NASA to also hide that the moon is hollow. Now, it is not just that the moon is hollow, it is also that the moon is a spaceship or some sort of artificial asteroid that was placed in our orbit. Now, there's two ways that a moon is, I don't have a high enough, I forgot, can't put the coop over there because I don't have a high enough grade axe to cut down those bushes, so we'll put it over here. So the hollow moon theory is, like I was saying, the way planets get moons is one of two ways. It is either the moon forms at the same time as the planet and it's sort of like a piece that broke off, or it is a asteroid or a chunk of space rock that ends up just kind of drifting into the planet's gravitational pull, and then it gets stuck there. And our moon is like the fifth largest or something like that. I think that's a good space for a coop. Our moon is like the fifth largest, and so it's pretty uncommon that planetary moons are as big as ours. And our moon is also over a billion years older than the Earth. So it's not, I'm having a hard time clicking on this tree. Which also isn't super common for a moon to be so much older than a planet. So it didn't form at the same time that we did. It must have been an asteroid that drifted into our orbit, or it was put there. Now, there's a few reasons why people believe that the Earth or the moon is hollow. I mean, people also believe that the Earth is hollow, but we'll touch on that on a different day. There was more. I need to do more research on the hollow Earth theory. There was a lot to it. Now, the hollow moon theory there's quite a few pieces of evidence that suggest that the moon is a structure or that it is hollow. Really, the biggest one is that the moon rings like a bell. Like whenever there's moonquakes, it rings, and it vibrates resonates for hours sometimes, where these huge vibrations will go through the whole thing. I gotta go buy some food. Vibrations go through the whole moon, and it rings like a bell. So that's a really big one for me. Also, the crust is much thinner than ours. However, when they first went to the moon, they tried to drill into the moon's surface, and they found, first I'm going to buy this bag. Hello, Abigail. I'll talk to you in a minute. Purchase. 2,000. Yes, please. Now I only have like $56 left. That's okay. You got the large pack. Your inventory space has increased to 24. Oh, look at all that inventory space now. Alright. Let's talk to Abigail real fast, so we'll get back into it. I'm not in a good mood right now. I said I'm not in a good mood. What do you want? Alright. Jesus. I'm sorry. I don't have any gifts for you yet. I'm not sure what you like yet. Sure. Just so I can get some moolah. Oh, I can't sell the seeds. You got it. So when they first went up to the moon, they tried to drill into the surface of the moon, and they had a difficult time drilling into it, and they found underneath the thin crust, they found processed metals like bronze and titanium. You know, the things that a ship might be built out of, or some sort of structure. So that's kind of a big one for me, is that the fact that they literally found titanium after they had a hard time drilling into the surface. They found that the surface was made out of titanium and brass and other processed metals, which is kind of insane. I mean, we think about the moon, I mean, when you're a kid, you think the moon is made out of cheese, and then you learn that it's just a big rock, and then there's processed metal underneath the surface? How bizarre. Now, the craters on the moon are also a pretty weird thing. Wow, food is expensive. I can only buy bread. The craters are their own sort of anomaly on the moon. They are not really shaped the way that they should be if they were actually made by asteroids. They should be concave, so they should have a circular bottom, but instead a lot of them are either too shallow to have been caused by an earthquake, or they are 20 copper ore. I already have that. Can I bring you the same one over and over again? I'm going to do that. They're either too shallow or they are completely flat on the bottom. Like flat, like a floor. So, it's, you know, obviously there's also a lot of things. Oh, the other thing is that the moon is significantly less dense than the Earth, which means it has a smaller core and a smaller crust and a smaller mantle, which it can also have those things because it's hollow inside. Now, whether or not I believe that, like I said, it's a little... There's also some very good reasons as to why it's not hollow, stuff that, you know, science, NASA has proven, but NASA has lied to us before. We know this. They've covered up a lot of things. There's things that they don't want us to know about as far as extraterrestrials. I mean, come on now. There's a whole galaxy, and we think that we're the only things that live in it? I don't think so. It's not even close to possible. So, I don't know, whether or not I believe NASA telling us that it's not true, who knows? Because, you know, of course NASA would deny that. Why would they just blurt it out? But you know, this is one of the ones that it's fun to believe. Yeah, maybe the spaceship was put there. There is a legend, a Zulu legend, I believe, that the moon was placed in our orbit by two, like, gods, and so there's not, conspiracy theorists aren't the first people to think that the moon was hollow and placed in our orbit by somebody else. Hi, Penny. Hi, Sam. No? Oh, hi! It's good to see you again. Wait. Take it easy. I always forget to talk to people twice. You gotta really get to know people before they really have conversations with you. Anyway. So, it's interesting to me that there's, like... Oh, we just missed it. That there's, like, legends, and others, like, old cultural legends that believe that the moon is hollow and that it was placed in our orbit by greater beings of some kind. So, you know, it's definitely one of those things. A great idea can pass through your head when you least expect it, but if your mind is too busy, you might miss it. Well, I really must get back to my work. Goodbye, Elliot. So that is pretty much the hollow moon theory. You guys will have to tell me what you think about it. I kind of believe it. I mean, it's not the furthest thing from possible. You know, it's not so easily disproven because we haven't drilled into the center of the moon. We don't know what's down there, and when they tried, they had trouble, and they ran into processed metals. And really, the biggest thing to me is the ringing of, like, a bell. This thing, the moon rings like a bell. Like, that's insane. You can't, I mean, you can't tell me that it's definitely not hollow when it rings. So, I don't know. I mean, is it made of metal? We still don't fully understand. Oh, and more things is that they have found, what's the word I'm looking for? Water on the moon, but they found it 40 years ago and have only just now been like, yeah, we found water, and it was just from the spaceship. But there was 2 instances of finding water, it was like 100 miles apart. And you're telling me that both water tanks on spaceships, or on the, they weren't spaceships, they were, just like little, you know, robot things that were checking out the moon and recording activity on the moon. You're telling me they both ruptured their water tanks at the exact same time, 100 miles apart? And NASA is now saying there's 20 million tons of water possible on the Earth. Sorry, my dog is running around. No. Possible on the moon, like in the craters. And so, 40 years later, they're like, maybe. So who knows what else they're hiding? So it's not the most far-fetched thing in the world that they're hiding. The moon is a spaceship, or maybe not a spaceship, but a structure that was put there by extraterrestrials of some sort. I'm going to see if I can find Clint at the bar and give him these copper ores so he can give them right back and give me some money. No, Clint. But we might be able to find him walking. I forgot to look up what Abigail likes for gifts. I'm going to have to do that and make sure that we can give her some presents so that she stops hating us. There's Clint. Come back. Sir. If you want me to upgrade your tools, you'll have to give me the correct ore. And you'll have to pay me a fee, of course. What? Oh, dang it. I do have to go find new ones. That seems unfair. But also, it seems fair, so I'm not just using the same ore over and over again. Oh well. Ooh, sorry. Excuse me. I had to get up earlier for therapy today. Well, I didn't have to get up earlier, but I had to have therapy at like 10 a.m. today, which is, I usually have it at 3. 10 a.m. is a difficult time for me to function. I know that sounds ridiculous, but I don't sleep very well, so it takes me a little while to start to wake up, and I don't function very well before like 11. But I managed. I had therapy. It was good. We talked about things. Oops, let me sell stuff too. Okay. So, yeah, that's pretty much the Hollow Moon theory. Let me know what you guys think about it. Whether you believe that the moon is a structure or not. I mean, there's so much in this world that we don't fully understand. I think it's a little bit ridiculous to say absolutely one way or another. Science is discovering new things all the time, and like I said, no one's ever drilled down. So how would we know for absolutely certain? I don't think we would. Alrighty. That is today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you that watches my videos. I will be back here tomorrow at around the same time. Yesterday my video was super late because my phone service decided that the internet shouldn't work all day. But we managed to get it uploaded. Today hopefully it'll be a lot faster. It'll be closer to on time. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss when I put up new videos, especially because as much as I'm trying to stay consistent, it's not always at the right time. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day, you guys. Bye-bye.